Alright, so this is definitely not the kind of video I thought I'd be making at 20 years old, but here we go. Let's jump right in. Since it's Thanksgiving, I want to talk about this thing that I've been dealing with since about last year around this time. And I figure it's time to just bring it up, put it on the radar. I mentioned it in a live stream recently while I was plowing, but let's put it all out there. You read the title of the video. I am in the middle of a lawsuit. Before anyone jumps to conclusion, this isn't drama. I'm not here to bash anybody or slander anybody. I'm not here to expose or argue my case online through YouTube. I just want to talk about what it's been like going through this at my age and while I'm running a business here in Alaska. And let me get this out of the way right now. I'm not showing any screenshots. I'm not showing any call recordings. I'm not sharing any legal details. That's for after the case is resolved. I'm not to really speak on the case right now because that's not the right thing to do. It is still an active case, so I'm just trying to share my personal experience. Okay, so here's basically what happened. A year ago, when Snip and Clip Alaska was growing really, really fast, I had the chance to take over a list from another company called Bayshore Lawns. At that time, it felt like a really big opportunity for me. I had bought 2 previous client lists from 2 other companies, one being Walker Landscapes, one being another small outfit in Anchorage, and we just kind of did a handshake deal with those. It was very straightforward and simple, and we agreed to relatively simple terms. At that time, it felt like a big opportunity for me in the business. Every customer mattered, every yard mattered, and every dollar mattered for us. We talked about everything, we met, and from what I understood at the time, we came to an agreement. I paid a deposit, I took over the client list, and honestly, everything seemed fine for about 6 months, honestly. This was going into wintertime. But after that, in May, things started to kind of fall off and fall apart, I should say. It became very clear that we had very different understandings of what was going on and what we had agreed upon. And this is when it started getting messy. It wasn't one big explosion or anything. It was just small things stacking up over time very quickly. Eventually, we just decided it would be better off to take it to court. The day came when I finally found out that I was being taken to court. And I'm not gonna lie, that hit me hard and actually made me a little bit nervous because I'd never been in this situation before. I've never had to be in a courtroom before other than for, my oldest brother's custody hearings. And so it was a little shell-shocking for me at first. I'm 20 years old, I'm cutting grass, I'm plowing snow, I'm fixing equipment, I'm doing everything I can to grow my business. And boom, a lawsuit hits me. I remember sitting in my truck, looking at the paper thinking, how am I in a lawsuit already? It didn't feel real. It felt a little overwhelming, but I knew that, we had everything documented, and I knew that I had a really good attorney who had been a friend of mine for a little while, and so we just kind of took it head on. But since it's Thanksgiving, I had time to think about it from a completely different angle. Honestly, I'm grateful for the experience. Not because it's fun, not because it feels good, but because it forced me to grow up as a business owner and see things from both sides. It made me want to tighten my systems, make sure that everything is documented in a contract that's stamped by a lawyer first, made me more organized, and it even made me feel more professional. Sometimes life gives you pressure so you can be where you're supposed to be. Here's what I can say safely about this. I paid what I agreed to at the time. I took over the clients I was given. I did everything I could to make sure all those clients were taken care of and that they understood exactly what this transition was about. We in fact called all of them as well. And when things got confusing, I definitely tried to talk it out professionally over 3 separate phone calls. And when it escalated, I hired my attorney. And right now everything is being handled the way that the legal system is supposed to handle it. Courts, lawyers, all that kind of stuff. And everybody's doing what they can to properly put out the facts and present it for our judge. I'm not here to say who's right or wrong about this case. Of course, I have my own angle on it. That's literally what the judge is there for. So we will let our wonderful judge decide that. Now, let me be real with you. Being sued at 20 years old for your business, in your business, is extremely stressful. And it's something I think about day in and day out. It makes you question yourself, your judgment. It makes you replay every decision you made and every word you said, because that's what matters. But this is what running a business looks like. Not everything goes right. Not everything goes according to plan. Not every agreement is made properly. Sometimes mistakes get made. And sometimes deals just go straight up sideways. Here's the biggest lesson I've learned through all of this. Number one, get everything in writing. Number two, don't rely on verbal agreements and handshake deals. Number three, document and record everything. Number four, stay calm when it doesn't go the way you want it to or it gets stressful. Emotions make everything worse. Number five, get an attorney involved at the beginning. And number six, problems don't mean you're failing. They mean you're growing. So where's everything at right now? This case is currently still active. You can in fact court view it. If you look up my name on Alaska Court View, you'll find the case. It's the only thing other than my wonderful speeding ticket when I was 16. My attorney is handling all communications between the court and the other party. I am still running my business just as normal. I'm still showing up for all of our customers, including the ones we took over from them. And I'm not letting this slow me down whatsoever. You know, a court date here, a court date there, a meeting with my attorney, not a huge deal. We just have to make sure that we are doing everything in our power to, you know, put out to the judge what we think is correct and all of our documentation so the judge can see both sides of the story. When everything is finished, I will update you guys exactly as to what's going on. I'm hoping for this to be resolved before Christmas time. So maybe a Christmas special here in the future, we'll see. I really wanted to unveil all of the parts of this, but it's not a smart move. You want to make sure that you let the legal system do its job, and I do not want to influence lawyers, judges, any of that. That's not my job, right? I'm just a part of it, but I am a young business owner, and this is something that nobody in business really talks about. And it's a real possibility, and it's a risk of doing business, you know? You get out there, you put your name on things, you screw up, they screw up, deals don't go right, you can get sued. And so it's something you should think about when you're starting a business. And, you know, my suggestion is meet a really good attorney early on. And that's what I did. But since it's Thanksgiving, I just want to say this. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. I want to thank my family members, business partners, business friends for supporting me in this situation. I'm really grateful for my customers who are so wonderful. I'm grateful for this awesome community we live in who also supports me so much and who I have the opportunity to support so much. And yeah, I'm grateful for the challenges. This is a hump. This is something that I'm going to learn from. And my biggest lesson is get everything documented. Documented in writing, documented via phone call, documented via text messages and emails. Keep all of that information because it will protect you in the future legally. You want to make sure that everything is on the up and up and you're not doing dirty business, because those guys who are doing dirty business out there are not the ones you want to play ball with. If you're young and you're trying to build something, don't be scared of the hard stuff. Let it come at you. Take it with a grain of salt. That's the stuff that builds you and builds your business, and it's just part of the game. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for an update as I will be bringing one soon. I'm just glad I've been able to share a little piece of what's going on behind the scenes in Snip and Clip's life, in my business life, and yeah, stay tuned.